Whoop whoop, what's up, Jugger Bros and Bearcats? We're back here hanging and chilling for the HMG Raw Watch-Along Continuation. Picking up where we left off before the Impact Attack started. We are at the 1 hour, 14 minute, and 25 second mark on Netflix. Yeah, pal. Usual countdown, 3, 2, 1, play. In 3, 2, 1, play.
Hey, the LJN Super Car back. They first came out in 1984.
Labrat, good to see you again, my brother. Whoop whoop. And I got some, to give you guys a heads up, I got a couple of burger patties cooking on the air fryer, so I might step away here in a couple minutes to take care of them. Whoop whoop. We'll also throw the buns in the air fryer to get them toasted. Yeah, pal. Okay, Kansas City sports dude in the crowd. Eat. Makes sense. Get me the Royals, pal.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am very excited to be standing inside this ring in Kansas City, but even more excited to say the words, please welcome your women's world champion, La Primera, Stephanie Becker.
Just look at her, pal. Just look at her. Huh. I wonder if Stephanie's kind of channeling a little bit of Lady D from Resident Evil with that outfit. Whoop, whoop. Of course, missing the hat and the gloves, though.
But Stephanie Becker has apparently worked on it all. A lot of questions have been thrown her way. She's answered them all. But now, Jackie Redmond has some questions on her own.
Stephanie, first off, congratulations. At Survivor Series, you did exactly what you said you were going to do. You destroyed Women's World Championship. To say the run that you have been on has been massive might be an understatement, so I think the question on everybody's mind in the WWE universe is who's next?
Who's next?
Everyone. Thank you.
I'm not someone who talks too much. I just speak through actions, and I can prove in this man porque soy la mejor luchadora del planeta. I am the best, and no, it's not because of Devil's Kiss. I am the best. Nikki.
All right, 1 second. I'm going to check out my burgers and then take a step outside for those smoky toki. Be right back. Whoop, whoop. Sorry about that, and we are back. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, sorry, I kind of had a short amount of time to get a smoky toky time to get my burger cooked. Eat, eat. So yeah, what did I miss? Let me hit up prowrestling.net.
Can't really have a WrestleMania without John Cena.
It's the biggest name, arguably, there's been in the last 20 years in the business.
He's kind of transcended decades and generations of wrestlers.
John Cena is here.
John made himself a staple of WrestleMania.
Going to the ring is everything. Interaction with bowlers.
John Cena's legacy grows.
John, he loves the business so much. He is such a fan of the business. He's trying to improve, even though he is the greatest of all time.
John Cena's going to appear at WrestleMania, and this audience is going to remind him and remind you how special John Cena is to us. One of one. Only one person would be able to do that. He's John Cena.
Of course, John Cena's last match will
Man, I really hope not, because I think, in my opinion, Randy Orton is at the point of his career that Ric Flair was at one point, where, okay, we know you can play a really good heel. It's that we don't want to see you be a heel anymore. Like, we've seen you be a heel enough. We respect you as a performer. We respect you as a worker. We don't want to boo you. Don't be a heel anymore.
Well, that's an easy night for Finn. Did you see that, mate? You to go out there, and lo and behold, your deadbeat dad got hit with the stomp and the nuts. Job done for Finn.
Bro, I don't even know who this masked man is, but I kind of like him.
Me three.
Raquel, sister. Hey, what was that all about?
What? Nikki ruined my shot at the title last time, so I was just making sure she didn't do it again.
Yeah, I get it. I guess I'm just surprised that you didn't.
Oh. I didn't know we needed to run everything by you now.
Oh, you don't. You don't. Of course you don't. You know I want to support you as well as I can. I can't wait to watch you become Women's World Champion.
Sister. Yeah, thanks. Oh, which reminds me, I should go talk to Pierce about my title match.
Okay.
All right, now they're planting the seeds for the Dom and Liv babyface turn right here. Yep. Oh, dude, Labrad, they're in my opinion, they are where they're going right here is they're planting the seeds for Dom and Liv turning babyface and forming and getting together with Ray. Remember the stuff with Logan Paul? Remember the Logan Paul interaction though, because Logan Paul has heat with both Ray and Dom. Like, they planted the seeds with him. Like, come on, like they're going to build to Ray or Dom and Liv turning babyface, and then Dom reuniting with Ray. With the Judgment Day and Logan Paul being the heel, or actually possibly the Judgment Day would be the first obstacle they go through, and then the next one is the Vision, and then Dom and Liv having to face the Vision. That's what forces Dom to have to reunite with his father. Yeah, I get that too, Labrat, but I think if it ends up being a group thing where Liv is part of a babyface group with Dom and Ray, I think like Dom and Ray can kind of cancel some of that stuff out. I think that's what they're thinking as well. Give me Sol Ruca, pal. My soul has been snatched. Whoop, whoop.
Bailey. An up and comer in Salt Ruka. They go head to head this Saturday, 8 Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on Peacock. Saturday night's main event.
That is the biggest spotlight in Sol Ruka's career to this point. Absolute athletic marvel taking on the veteran Bailey comes Saturday night.
Oh, Bailey's headbanging at the ringside now, but very surely it may be Lyra Valkyria getting her head banged around the ring by this young lady.
And her opponent, accompanied by Liv Morgan from Laredo, Texas, representing Wednesday, Roxanne Perez.
Roxanne Perez, she had one of the women's tag team championship titles in her hand last week. That after the judgment, they cleared out the rest of the division, that brawl that we've been referencing at the end of last week's Raw. And Liv Morgan, Wade, her return has just given a certain edge back to Roxanne and Raquel in the Judgment Day.
Yeah, they just shot in the arm for the Judgment Day. What a leader Liv Morgan was before her unfortunate injury earlier this year. But a major pep talk from Liv Morgan last week has got the clubhouse focused back on the acquisition and in some cases retention of gold. And now clearly looking to make a play in the tag ranks is Roxanne Perez. And I'm going to say, Joe, I assume that Roxanne Perez and Raquel would be the tag team going for gold in the women's division. It seems Raquel now is focused on the women's world champ Raquel, so presumably it would be Roxanne Perez and Liv Morgan going for tag gold together, although that remains to be confirmed.
It was an interesting exchange that we saw with Raquel back in the Judgment Day, gathered together backstage moments ago. Of course, we saw her earlier with the attack on Nikki Bella and Stephanie Bear face to face in the ring. We'll see where things go with Raquel Rodriguez. Laura Valkyria, Roxanne Perez.
We saw a couple earlier, Kyrie saying and Io Sky we said know each other very well. These two also know each other pretty well. Have been battling since their NXT days. They met for the NXT Women's Championship a couple of years ago. They've grown massively in their careers since then, so they are fully aware of how dangerous their opponent is this evening.
Of course, Roxanne Perez, a two-time NXT Women's Champion. Wow, does that ever sting, huh? Oh, and then extra leverage. Shoulders are down.
One way to tear a labrum if you are Roxanne Perez and wisely backing up there. A little breathing room and coming up with a plan B. Oh, and that will do it. Cheap shot attack there from Roxanne on the referee's count that may have turned things around here.
Sweeping that leg. Smart by Lyra.
Such a technically astute young lady.
Bridging! Able to get the shoulder up.
Northern Light suplex there. Didn't quite get the job done and head outside. Get some veteran experience into your head from Liv Morgan.
Dynamo from Dublin. Trying to go through the ropes, but wrapped up and now secured by Roxanne Perez before she kicks free.
Roxanne is such a diminutive individual. She's sometimes hard to hit due to her lack of size. She turns into a major. Oh, shoulder first into those steel steps. Cunning and conniving is Roxanne Perez.
Oh, floating right to the steel step. Oh, and she continues to work on that left arm.
A menacing look in the eye of Roxanne Perez, who now has a bullseye, and it's clearly that left arm and shoulder of Lyra Valkyria.
Well, the story of this match between Roxanne Perez and Lyra Valkyria has been Perez's success working the left arm and left shoulder of Valkyria.
And it's caused major damage to the chances of Valkyria surviving this match, much less getting a victory. It was a crucial matchup between two women and their partners on the outside looking to climb the rankings in the tag division.
It's going to be a challenge for Valkyria to mount a comeback with that damaged left arm.
Yeah, just Amplifon really the very beginning in this one. Oh! Valkyria's still going.
Cross body, lateral press, and bridging out of it. Look at the athleticism of Perez. Hitting combination, shoulders down. Able to get out of it.
Using that flexibility to maximum effect out of their unique kick out. Oh, here we go.
Oh, look at counter after counter, reverse after reverse, and Valkyria.
Driving that powerbomb down. See, here's the problem.
She may have hurt that left arm just in putting forth the offense way.
Trying to hook the leg for a pin attempt after that powerbomb, I think, is what did it for Valkyria. Muscled her off, blocked out the pain, but suddenly hampered in the pin when she could have scored a victory. And now trying to pass through that pain is the double.
Normally that sit-out powerbomb would put her in position for that cover, but instead you saw her reaching for that arm, and now kick after kick. Great strikes by Valkyria. So looking for the cartwheel knee drop, but couldn't find it.
Every round of his Valkyria, even on her own offense, is stinging that left arm, but going for broke here. And connecting. Nice shot right at Roxanne Perez. And Roxanne is rocked here. Very little that Liv Morgan on the outside can do about it.
And she gave one look to Liv and said, how do you like me now? Up top is Lyra. Time to fly. What a cross body. Trying to put this away, but Perez survives.
Hey, what's up, Hammer? Good to see you again, pal. Whoop, whoop. Good to see you again, man. Hope all is well. Whoop, whoop.
She is trying to find a way with that left arm. You see her shaking it out even before she goes for this suplex attempt. Oh,
Yeah, this actually been pretty decent. Like, they're actually working. Which is like, you rarely see this. Like no ridiculous crap that no selling. Like, they're actually working their way and like reverses and counters.
This is utterly devastating. They must be in sheer agony. Now go for the fingers too. Attacking the small joint. So vindictive is Roxanne Perez.
Well, yeah, look who her trainer was. Like, she went through Booker T school, so you know that kind of explains itself.
To make it stay, but tried something else. That German suplex certainly did.
What a unique way to pull off the German suplex, too. Holding onto one of the legs as well.
There we go. Liv Morgan sensing danger. Right to the arm.
Liv Morgan was up on the apron. Bailey eliminated the threat, and now Roxanne.
But now Lyra Valkyria simply cannot see to defend herself. Extra sensory perception there to try that pin and may still get the win.
Oh, she's looking for it. Can she line her up for Nightwing? Instead, it's Roxanne turning things around. Back and forth they go with the switch. O'Connor roll attack. Getting her out of the way, and Liv Morgan is right there. Right back to the...
Anything, but either way, it's effective.
Hot Rocks! Hit it perfectly!
This is a good match. This was a pretty good match. Easily match of the night. Easily match of the night.
Whatever devious plan you like with Liv Morgan by your side, victory is all but assured. The Lyra Valkyria battled valiantly despite that busted left arm, and in the end, raked eyes. Major
whoop.
Here for the Judgment Day.
Liv Morgan makes a difference. A big difference. Give credit to Roxanne.
don't buy any of this.
It just for some reason on this evening in that match, everything just clicked. Everything just clicked. Including length.
I'm the reason the room goes silent. And soon, I will be again. WrestleMania Vegas. It's anyone's game.
And we're gonna have fun that weekend, boys. Whoop whoop. Reminds me, I make sure to get my put in the request off for that 2-night that weekend. Yeet yeet. Exactly. Bada bing, bada boom. And these Natalya and Maxine Dupree vignettes have been tremendous. Like these have been two of the best things on Raw the last 2 weeks. You're gonna need a montage. Montage. Even Rocky had a montage. Montage. Labrat, I think they actually did air something where Natty said like she doesn't want to be Natalya anymore. She wants to be this Natty. Like I think they actually have canonized that the old Natalya is dead and we're getting this Natty from now on. I think they actually did air that if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, please correct me. 100% agreed, Hammer. 100% agreed. She is a gorgeous woman who respects the wrestling business and wants to do right by it, learn, and do the best she can. 100%.
This isn't just a week of anticipation, it's a week of reflection, especially, I'm sure, for John himself. Covering numerous topics recently with award-winning journalists.
That's why she's putting in the time with Natty. And to be fair, that's also why she's gotten, I think, so much better. Like, so much better, because she's putting in the time and effort. Because she cares and respects. And loves.
The You Can't Wrestle chance? Because I would do the same 5 moves every night and win all the time.
Oh, yeah! Say it, Cole! We're going vintage Cena here! Vintage Cena! Attitude adjustment! And Cena wins!
Is that the best you can do? I just mean you have to do more stuff. You know, went to newer performers. It's like, what do you think I'll be good at? Can you teach me some stuff?
Exactly. You got to put in the work. You have to put in the work. And when they say that I forgot what the specific saying was, but when they say that work can outperform talent, from my own personal experience, that is true. I'll say it this much. It took me a very long time from the time I first started training before I had my first match. So many people wrote me off. Like, to be fair, they did it in the most polite, loving, and respectful ways possible. Hey, you're a really good referee. Have you thought about doing that as a permanent thing? Hey, you know what? How about, doing a manager thing? Or how about doing this? I stuck to my guns, and I eventually got to the point where, like we talked about earlier tonight, I basically became the Brooklyn Brawler of my home promotion, where I was trusted to be put in the ring with guys like, okay, this is somebody we're trying to put over and build. Make him look good. No problem. I got it. Make him look good and get him over. No problem. I'm your man. I would have to believe it'd be Natty for two reasons, Labrat. One, because I think they're trying to build Maxine as this plucky underdog babyface, and then having Natty as the jealous, bitter veteran heel. That would make more sense. And also having Natty as the heel in the ring calling the match, that makes it better. Those two reasons, I think Natty would be the heel.
Saturday night's main event, streaming live, starting at 8 p.m. The countdown show comes your way at 6 Eastern. Immediately following the main event, the big history-making moment, we will have all the reaction and interviews on the post show.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Los Angeles, California, weighing 40 pounds, Hell Hey Knight.
I absolutely see that. Whoop, whoop. Hopefully she doesn't get into a car wreck. That is where the office and the creative and writing need to ignore the marks and stick to the plan. That's one of the biggest problems in wrestling right now is the office and creative spend too much time listening to the marks and dirt sheets instead of just sticking to their plan because they know better instead of these dirt sheets and marks.
Your door to more. Now Logan Paul's been fitting into the vision from his frog splash save.
Dude, Maxine has so come a long way, and she plays that underdog babyface role so well, and she gets it. Yeah, back in the day, the dirt sheets were used as like as gullible marks to get political stories out to help the certain people in the locker room and the office out. But then they didn't realize on the other side of that coin, the dirt sheets were gaining traction, becoming popular with the next generation of up-and-coming wrestlers. But then all of a sudden, those marks reading the dirt sheets became the boys in the locker room and in the office.
Mysterio make no mistake whatsoever.
And that's where we are today.
Can swing those fists.
Speaking of additional assistance, we also saw Hoodie Mystery Masked Man earlier tonight as he delivered another stop.
Exactly, lad. Brad. Best example. How long did they build Sting versus Hogan at Starrcade '97? What was it? 14 months. Biggest buy rate of all time for WCW.
Right off the apron.
Yep, we can reverse course. We can reverse course. It's just going to take a little bit of work, but reverse course can happen. At least I hope it can. I was listening to the Stevie Richards show, and I forgot whose idea it was, whether it was Stevie's or James's, but it was either one guy had the original idea and they both kind of developed it into a thing. At least I think, I don't remember, where they do like a kayfabe angle where like, okay, we're reinforcing the ring and making it stronger and doing something to it to where shit hurts more when you land on it. And then kind of build and develop that, and then once it becomes established, then it just, let it go from there. Absolutely on point, Lab Rat. Whoop, whoop. You just nailed it right there. That's why those old ways have worked for decades. And exactly, they think they should be handed everything to them because, I earned it or I paid my dues. Like, yeah, you might have paid your dues, but you still got to work for your spot. Or keep working for your spot, I should say.
And the megastar, when he got rolled up, he thought he was coming backwards down in a powerbomb. He braced for that. No way, came in face first. That reverse powerbomb there. Logan Paul keeping his. And you've got to think, if you're Paul Heyman on the outside, you are loving what you are seeing. He's doing everything right.
Well, he was listening to Paul Heyman earlier, who gave me
as harsh of a reality as it is, the wrestling business is very much a you did a lot for me you did a lot for me back then, but what have you done for me lately type of business.
Shut down one problem in Rey Mysterio. Another one appears in the shape of LA Knight.
Series of right hands.
And that reminds me too, there was what was it? It was on Jeff Jarrett's podcast. He talked about a conversation he had, or conversations he had with Randy Savage about, even if you're not signed with a major promotion, you got to stay in the game. You got to keep working and stay in the game.
They make a point now to Logan Paul.
Oh, the neck breaker, that jumping neck breaker of night.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah, and Paul Ellering was no slouch. He's no slouch. As a manager, he kept himself in shape. I mean, the dude did the Iditarod. The dude did the Iditarod. And that takes some strength. I mean, to do an Iditarod where you're manning a sleigh, trying to control all these dogs. Like, man, that takes strength and power, pal. Whoop, whoop. Dude, Hammer, I would pay money. I would pay some money to see you and Ellering one-on-one sled racing. Whoop, whoop.
Is closing by the second, and how in the world is LA Knight supposed to focus from here?
Brooks Buffy up high. Logan Paul for the win as he looks over to Bronson Reed.
That's a majorly distracted LA Knight had all the momentum in this one, but that momentum just got sucked away. Bron and Bronson.
Sorry, I'm not. This match and this show is not making me smile. It's just the community, the love, and the interactions with the HMG bros, Bearcats, Jugga Bros, and it's getting to hang and chill with you guys while goofy ass wrestling is on in the background. Like, honestly, it's really the point of why I've done these watch-alongs, is just to hang and chill with you guys while we have some goofy ass wrestling.
Signature LA Knight. These 4 pairs of eyes people are up on the apron with Braun Breaker. Now big Bronson Reed on the other end.
Oh, dude, Hammer, you would be a tremendous. I think you would be a tremendous Paul Ellering, both on camera and behind the curtains. Like, dude, no joke. Like, if I knew how to veteran manager like you, I'll put it this way: if I'm a promoter / booker and I know I had you on my roster as a manager, yeah, I know I had some good young talent. You're with them.
Well, I'll tell you something, Joe Tess. It ultimately took 5 people to beat LA Knight, including that masked man. And this is your reward, LA Knight, for stepping to the vision.
This is bad news. Oh, God. LA Knight, as the vision has him damaged and surrounded.
About wins, is it? It is about maximum physical damage.
What a spear. Let's just fight it across LA Knight.
I mean, this is just an assault. LA Knight.
100, lad, red. Whoop, whoop.
A spear and 2 tsunamis after being stunned.
Hammer, I'm saying this as an absolute shoot. And I'm saying this as an absolute shoot. And I'm going to even to the point where I'm going to get my drink out and cheers to it. Yeet, yeet. If I ever came into power in a wrestling company to the point where I'm hiring people for agents and managers, you are the first on my list. Cheers, pal. Or cheers, pal. Whoop, whoop.
On the Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio.
Thank goodness.
Whoop, whoop.
I guess we're going to hear from Paul Heyman for the division now.
Granted, I know that scenario is never going to happen, but I'm just saying if by some weird, if God stepped in and said, hey, Brandon, you're running a wrestling company now. I want you to pick a team. Okay, yeah. Hammer's top of the list.
When you live in a hellhole, like, here's an example.
Thank you, sir. Whoop, whoop.
Kansas City, Kansas? Is it Kansas City, Missouri?
And here's another reason why I would bring you on too, is because I also know that you know more than I do. So if I get something wrong and screw something up, you would be there to correct me.
Champion of the world, and his name is Braun Breaker. Have one question. Where is CM Punk? He's certainly not here, because if he was, there would be 2 losses in back-to-back days in Kansas City. I don't mean where is CM Punk physically. I mean, where is the CM Punk? Because this new guy, this new nice guy, CM Punk, I don't buy it. I don't believe him. You're telling me that all of a sudden, WWE, he's the nicest guy ever, follows all of the rules.
Okay, I will give creative credit for this. Whoever wrote this promo, they're leading into like the fact of like Punk's real life personality and the things he's done in the past to try to for Braun's promo here. So at least they're giving him that meat to bite into. I'll give them credit for that.
Imagine preaching your entire career every single week. Straight edge. I've never done drugs a day in my life.
Which I kind of got to believe that was more Punk getting in Braun's ear and saying, hey, say this.
I don't want to face this new nice guy CM Punk on January 5th. Because honestly, Punk,
Hammer, bro, you just nailed it. Exactly.
CM Punk, easy.
No joke. I'm not even joking when I say this. I wrestled for Larry Matisick and his promotion, SICW, God knows how many times.
A guy that went on a historic championship reign for days. A guy in my eyes, as a young man, in my eyes, was one of, if not the greatest wrestler to ever lace a pair of boots. That's the guy that I want to face. So I'm begging you, please, Punk, I'm on my hands and knees. Please give me the old CM Punk.
And of course, for anybody who is catching this and don't know those names, because the Larry Matisic is kind of a regional territorial name. He was the announcer for wrestling, announcer for wrestling at the Chase, and started his own and then ended up starting his own promotion called SICW, and again got into indie promoting in the St. Louis western Illinois area. Yeah, he was the main announcer for wrestling at the Chase under Sam Muchnick. When that was really hot back in the day.
I'm not done yet. I said I'm not done. One last thing, Punk. I'm not done. One last thing. On January 5th, I'm going to keep it real simple for you. It will be Spear 1, 2, 3.
Dude, how about, man, the Chase, man. The Chase. That was that was pretty much my backyard.
1, 2, 3.
And I didn't even realize it.
Spear 1, 2.
Dude, my grandfather tells me stories all the time of when he took my mom and my aunt to wrestling at the Chase. And he also told me how he didn't say who they were, but as soon as he described them, I was like, okay, I know exactly who they were. Yeah, every once in a while he brought in these blonde guys from Texas, and your mom and her sister, yeah, they popped and they went crazy for them. Oh, gee, I wonder who those blonde guys from Texas could have been.
We run WWE. You're tripping, bro. You're tripping.
I never thought about it before, Hammer, but yeah, you know what? You're right. That is true. That is true. It took me a while to catch. It took me a while to catch on to that.
He was stopped. He was splashed, spear, 2 tsunamis. Thrown him onto a car hook.
Dude, I'll never ever forget to what was it when whoop whoop. I'll never forget. There was one time at an SICW show when this was the show after Larry Matisic learned I can do stuff off the top rope and do swanton bombs and shit. He was like, "Hey, so I want you to be my high flying guy, like do some high flying stuff," and it's like all I did was a swanton bomb and I missed. And that's just a spot in the match for where we were going to. And that ended up leaning into my first concussion, because also this also be being young and inexperienced and not knowing any better. And I learned my lesson this night. So the spot was, oh shit, this is the end of okay, show's over. Okay. All right, hang on. Okay, so Raw's over. But I actually have a story to tell. I'll never forget this. So this was during a show where I think this, again, I don't remember the exact specifics and dates. No, not that bad. Not that bad. It wasn't that bad, Labrat, and it wasn't Tony Khan being like, no, you're clear, you're good. Yep. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so as an extra bonus for the HMG fam and everybody watching along, I'm gonna tell this extra story. Okay, so there was this dude on the roster who multiple people warned me about. If you ever are on the card with this guy on the roster, protect yourself, look out for yourself, but also do it in a diplomatic and political way where you're not kind of coming across as a dick, but you're also protecting yourself. So I ended up getting booked in a match with this dude called his name was the Big Texan. And I had heard multiple stories about him that he was pretty unsafe working with. Again, allegedly. Yeah, give me the Michael Jackson South Park soundbite. So when we were talking over the match in the back, he proposes hitting me with a pop-up power bomb. I'm like, nah, and the explanation I give to him was one that was actually given to me by somebody in the locker room. To kind of, the way they were, and the reason why I said you use as an excuse was it protects you without making him feel bad. So what I told him was, I'm still kind of new to the business. I'm not comfortable taking a bump like that just yet. What else can we do? So I thought of something else, came with a different spot. So the power bomb was cut out. And no feelings were hurt in the process. So, okay, cool. Everything's good so far. So we talk about a spot where, okay, I go for something happens where I get you down. Like I work you, like, again, even in my here's the level of training I went through even at that point. I knew, okay, this dude who's twice my size, I know I have to work him down to a point where, okay, I'm not bumping him. I'm not doing anything to him. I'm working him down to the mat, and then I'm in a position where I go off the top rope and hit him with a swanton bomb. And we end up this is literally like maybe 2-3 minutes worth of work where I work him down to the mat. Actually 1 to 2 minutes, I should say, because of the length of time we were given for the match. Yeah, I basically work him down to where I get him down to the mat. He's in, and it's a believable point where I'm ready to hit the swanton. And once he's down to the ground, I lean down. Okay, I lean down and tell him, okay, move. I go for the swanton, and at that time being green and being a rookie, as I'm going for as I hit the swanton, as I'm midair, he's not moving, so I adjust myself and end up landing on the back of my head and concussing the fuck out of myself. Or trying to purposely overshoot, and then I concuss myself in the process. Okay, lesson learned being green. Not doing that again. Instead, if he don't move, that's his own dumbass fault. And plus, with the size difference, him kicking out of me hitting him with a swanton, that would have made it still would have worked. Especially if he's supposed to go over strong. But again, me being green and not knowing any better and just trying to follow scripts, I fucked up. And I own all that. That was my fault. And also that evening was where I learned to stop trusting nurses just because they happen to have a degree or having right. I mean that's how you learn, Hammer. That's how you learn. You fuck up and do something stupid, get yourself hurt. It's like, okay, I'm not doing that again. I'm learning from that mistake. But that's where I learned not to trust people just because they have a degree and are licensed professionals, not to trust them because a wrestler on the roster who was a legit licensed nurse checked me out and looked me over, looked in my eyes, and like, no, you're good. You're not concussed. And dude, I was having a vertigo for a month after that. How the fuck was I not concussed after that match? And plus, also during the match too, this was also the match where I learned when someone's giving you a clothesline, you take your head up, head back, chin up, and feed them your chest and give it to them. That way you don't get fucking clocked in your jaw and get concussed there too. Yeah, because in that match, early on in that match, that same dude he called for a clothesline, and when I, went in for it, he hit me again. I went in kind of like, this, and he got me right in the jaw, and that was where I think I really got the big concussion in that match. And then it was the swanton, me laying on the back of my head, that made it worse. But lessons learned. You fuck shit up, you make your mistakes, and you learn from them. But alrighty, this has been a fun night. Thank you guys so much for stopping in and hanging out and chilling. Always appreciate you guys. HMG fan, Bearcats, Jugger Bros in the house. Whoop whoop. Alrighty, so our schedule for the rest of this week. Tomorrow we got I Like It Raw, and then we got the A Show, and then the late start NXT Watch Along, followed up with the Wednesday Locker Room, and then Wednesday we got the Next Level Wrestling Review, followed up with the AEW Dynamite Watch Along and Bell Count. Thursday we got the Friday Locker Room, followed up with the TNA Impact Watch Along and Bell Count, and then the JCW Lunacy Watch Along or Replay Watch Along, and then Friday we got the SmackDown Watch Along and Bell Count. And then Saturday, or either Friday night or Saturday morning, we got the Smack Attack. Hey, anytime, right? Much love. Whoop, whoop. Always appreciate you, my brother. Whoop, whoop. And then Saturday night, we got a very special Saturday night's main event, John Cena's final match watch along. It is going to be a multi-person. And shout out to RBV for doing for all the work he's doing and putting that together. Seriously, man, much love to RBV. He is a staple. He is a pillar here at HMG. Whoop, whoop. And then Sunday, we got The Wreckage, followed up with the HMG After Dark. For this week's HMG After Dark, we're going to be going to Sunnyvale for a couple of Christmas specials. Kicking it off with Dear Santa Claus, Go Fuck Yourself, which was produced and aired in between seasons 4 and 5 of Trailer Park Boys, and then the Christmas special that was produced and aired after John Dunsworth died, that included footage shot with John Dunsworth when they performed live in Red Rocks, at Denver, Colorado. Whoop, whoop. There will be tears, pal. Whoop, whoop. All righty, but that is it for us tonight. But we will continue, I should say. Swerve, bro. We will continue. The party continues. Twitch.tv/LG Brandon whoop whoop in about 10 to 15 minutes. Shorty stream. Hope to see you there. If not, hope to catch you on some of the other shows. If I don't see any other of those, hope you have a great rest of your night. Have a great rest of your week. And much love. Whoop whoop. Yeah, pal. Take care, y'all. Yeet yeet.